How you doing today, brother?
I'm well, man.
Do you,
Very
want,
good to see you, man.
do you want to just introduce yourself? Tell them where you're from. What's your name?
Okay, I'm Barry Kotei. I'm originally from, well, you can't really take out where you're from, really.
You definitely can't.
Nah, I'm
Where you from?
Battersea, uh, born and bred. I live in Surrey now. Yeah, me and Lewis went to primary school together. We grew up on the same estate. So yeah, that's basically me. I suppose we'll get into more of who I really am
Yeah.
later on, but yeah, that's basically me.
Hey, can I just say, Barry? See, as you got older, yeah, you got more handsome. I can't even lie. Barry did not look like this 10 years ago. Like your hairline's still straight.
My hairline is. Do you know what? Yeah, I said to my barber yesterday, like, just don't feel ashamed. If you feel like it's kind of getting a bit thin, just let me know so I can kind of catch it. But yeah, my hair's hanging on.
You got like the Michael Richards sort of hairline, like hairline going on and that, you know.
Yeah, I'm hanging on to it, man. I'm trying my best, man, for my hair to stay intact. So yeah, man.
So we grew up in the same estate. What was primary school like for you?
Do you know what? Primary school was on reflection now. It was good and it was bad. I think the times we was in primary school back then wasn't a time where it was popular to be African. So like that's kind of like the your African booby scratcher kind of.
I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't
Yeah,
laugh.
that was like your
I
African.
remember them cusses though.
Yeah, your African booby scratcher type of like kind of period. So I think like finding yourself as a British born African was difficult because like you kind of wanted to fit in. It was cool to be from the Caribbean as
Did,
a black boy.
see, as a young kid, then at that age, obviously you just mentioned that cuss there. I might have used it, and I apologise as a kid.
I think you did, you know.
It's probably to you, Barry. It's probably to you. If anyone, it would have been to you. Did you experience any racism as a young kid?
I did. I did. But it wasn't as kind of amped up as it is now. It was just like I knew it was bad. I knew it was offensive, but it definitely didn't hold the same weight as it does now. Like things were said. There was like little like nursery rhymes and like cuss words, and yeah, there was a lot of insults based on your race. But I just obviously being young, I thought that was normal. I thought that's just what
It's
you.
not normal. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
but it
Like,
was like then it was definitely normal. So you kind of just learned to deal with it really. Do you understand what I mean?
so
So
it's
yeah,
like as you got older, you realise, oh, that is an
it
actual.
was wrong.
That was wrong. That was a
Yeah, yeah,
liberty.
yeah, yeah. It was a liberty, but then again, being like a young of African descent, it was all there was loads of little divides. It was kind of like your British white people, then you have like your little Asian um contingent, then obviously like Jamaicans and then Africans. Do you understand what I
Mm.
mean? And it was just kind of as a kid just trying to navigate. Honestly, when I was young, obviously you play like kids don't really know color.
You don't.
You
You don't.
don't as a child, you don't really know. Do you understand what I mean? Obviously, it's things that obviously we hear at home. You get warnings. I don't play with those.
Did you ever get them from
Yeah,
your family? Did your family ever say, "Oh, I don't play with them white kids," or
no, not
especially that Lewis Clark?
no. Do you know what? Yeah, not even not white per se. I think I can only talk for obviously for like my household, and I think there was warnings. I think against like just mainly like Jamaicans, to be fair, and obviously like I've got to a point in my life where I'm open enough to kind of I'm my own adult now, so it's
Yeah.
not like I'm trying to like out my family. It was just a reality of it's probably where they were at as well. Do you understand what I mean? It was like
It was. I think it's just different generations as well.
different
Just
generation.
different views on things. I know a lot of my uncles and the older generation of my
Yeah,
family. Some of them used to say racist things and
yeah.
stuff, and some of them didn't even realize they was being racist. You know.
No, so like it was kind of like 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 don't get your ears pierced and don't have designs in your hair like those other boys. So yeah,
Yeah,
there
because
was
I wasn't allowed to have zigzags in my head
no,
and
I
stuff,
wasn't.
or the Tyson line.
No, do you know what? Yeah, I think I could get away with one line. I think my dad gave me you to try and cut my hair like dead shape up, but yeah, like one line here. One time he gave me one in the middle as well, like one
That's mad.
like
You had one line in the
one
middle.
line in the middle.
I've never seen that one before.
One line in the middle, man. I had to wear a hat till it grew out. But yeah, so
Wow,
yeah,
that's the maddest haircut.
maddest haircut. But yeah, so growing up, I think I definitely felt secure in our area because it was like obviously we lived in an estate, and like I think estate dynamic is different to if you live on the street. Like you can play out, and everyone like your mama, everyone knows that you're in the pen or you're in the park. So I think I formed a lot of kind of like that extended family connections on the estate.
Yeah.
Everything was there. Go to the shop, go to Veru's, or you go to the pen. There was like little kind of
You
hubs.
do you know the football pen's gone now, don't you?
Do you know what? I think I did see one of your videos. I think us it's actually gone.
It's actually gone. They've knocked the football pen down. That's the only football pen on the estate. They're putting a block of flats there instead.
Yeah, I've seen obviously like I've driven through like and I've seen that there's loads of developments. It definitely doesn't feel like what it was.
So
Definitely.
like now, where do the kids even go from here?
Well, this is the thing. This is a whole nother kind of like topic if you want to talk about that. But yeah, it's hard. So I thought that I would never want to leave SW postcode.
Was it the best thing you've done?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So
I can honestly admit that I think yeah, obviously growing up, you can only know what you know. And I think like I knew just that postcode. Everything was kind of like there, it's like your barber, your friends, your family, do you understand what I mean? So you kind of tend to be in this little kind of goldfish bowl where you can't really see much outside of that little bubble.
yeah.
So I was comfortable in the fact that I never need to explore anything outside of this. I didn't really, know anything. I think I like blocks. I like um estates. I like I don't want to live on the street. I don't like grass. I don't like anything to do with nature.
Yeah.
What I mean, but now obviously being able to have the ability to leave, I was like, it's a whole new side of life.
Different life. I'm so happy. Even though I still love everyone around there and stuff, but I'm
Yeah.
happy to be away. So you touched on primary school. What about the secondary school?
Secondary school,
And
yeah.
can you remember the first ever time you got in trouble, like with the police or anything like that?
Yeah, do you know what? Again, living like living in the area, I think it was normal. Like we had like a community police officer, Alistair,
Alistair,
yeah.
PC Bottomley.
That's
I know you're watching this, mate.
yeah. So like things like police officers on like first name basis. So having kind of any run-ins with the police. So obviously my background to everything like cars is kind of the reason why I am where I am today. So regardless of whatever was happening, like estate life, like cars for me was my thing. So like my first little probably run-ins was I don't know like maybe like driving without obviously like
Insurance.
yeah.
Did you ever drive a stolen car?
Did I ever drive a stolen car?
We had a couple stolen Metros.
Well,
around the
metros.
estate.
I don't know. I think I might have. Obviously, in my excitement to drive, probably.
Yeah.
I might have. But I was that's all I wanted to do. Like my life's goal was just to drive. I just wanted to like have a
I
car and
remember,
drive.
like-
Yeah.
Like I used to try and be excited for you, Barry. See, when you used to tell me about your new cars or your new projects you had going on, I'll be honest, I really didn't care, man.
Yeah, I cared.
I know you did. And I used to say that because you was my pa, I used to have to listen to you telling me about this twin turbo engine. Have no idea what he's going on
Yeah.
about. I used to just listen because I remember you had that blue Golf. I think
I had a
it was.
blue Golf. Yeah.
I remember you used to come bombing around the estate on
Yeah,
it.
man.
Like, that was your little pride and
Project.
joy, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that was the first car that I kind of like bought with like my own money. I think I had that when I was like 13 or 14.
I remember you was just working on that every day, Val.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it's kind of good that we kind of got into that. That's kind of how like my business life started, really. Do you understand what I mean? So like I always kind of was into cars, and yeah. So I saved up a little bit. So I used to like basically wash cars outside.
I remember.
Yeah,
Like, do you know what's crazy, Barry? So when would you first start washing cars? Would you say what age?
I'd say about 11, 10, 11.
But I remember you with your little sponge and bucket and that. And do you know what's funny? I always respected you. I used to watch
Yeah.
and think, oh, I respect this guy. Like, whereas a few of the other boys are probably might laugh, think, I'm not cleaning no car
Yeah,
for
yeah,
£10.
Yeah, definitely. I think I have to kind of attribute a lot of like my mentality to my parents because I think what they taught me was about like everything in its own time. So I had that instilled in me from young, and I think obviously it's part of my own personality anyway. I just knew that to get things you have to kind of go the harder way.
Yeah, you got to put yourself out there, ain't you?
Yeah, you have to go the harder way. So to me, I always wanted to work on cars, and as a child, I thought, well, I'm not old enough to be a mechanic. So like, what can I do like now? What can I do now? And I used to watch my dad cleaning his car, and like it used to be like, like a Saturday afternoon thing. So he kind of taught me like start cleaning like the roof first of all, then whatever. And then I just started like knocking on people's doors, literally.
That's so sick. Listen, I want see the kids watching this right now. I want you to really listen to this guy. So he started cleaning cars when he was 11 years old.
Yeah,
and all to this day.
To this day. So basically, like I'll tell you like a quick timeline of the journey. So like I started doing that outside mainly on a Saturday. So on a Saturday, I'll dangle a hose pipe from, because we lived in a masonette, so like ground floor and then up. So I'd dangle an extension lead over the balcony all the way down. I'd use my mum's Hoover because she would cuss. She was like, "Listen, you can't be using like our house Hoover to like do that kind of stuff." And I'd set up shop literally outside with a hose pipe, and people just come by, and like neighbors would say, it's a joke now, obviously, up to this day when I'm at work, "Oh, can you do mine next?" But like back then, I'd be like, yeah, I can. So I used to charge, I think like £3 for the outside, and I think like £5 inside and out.
By them days, we can get quite a lot for our money for £5.
Listen, I was like, look, yeah, if I did a den, I got £30. I was like, I'd go straight to O&K Chinese.
Oh, it's not there no more either.
Yeah, no, I drove past it, so like that would be a treat. But yeah, I'd have like loads of pound coins, and it just became my Saturday hustle. And like week by week, I'd kind of like get like a new chamois or some new shampoo, and I kind of started building up my equipment. So then it began to be a thing where Saturdays I'd be outside of my mum's. Then like you guys would obviously like, so like people like Foster would like drive past, and then someone would be on the phone, "Where are you?" "I'm outside Barry's." And then it's
that's how I remember.
Yeah,
that was the link up.
That was
Barry's.
Yeah, that was kind of like the spot. So then it kind of began to like build a bit of like a buzz and a rapport. It was kind of just ended up being a hangout spot. And like,
why you're just grafting, we're just there talking.
Yeah. So I'd be there grafting, but I always kind of, I don't know, I always kind of wanted to be around you lot, but then like I kind of had my limits in terms of like, I liked the jokes, the banter, I liked the community, I liked all of that. But then like there was a point where I would think this is a bit too much, and then I'd kind of like withdraw.
That's where you had the brains and we didn't.
Yeah. So honestly, thinking back, you know, I could say I don't think it was luck. I just believe that like just like God was with me all of that time, basically.
I just find it crazy, like, because you've always been one of the boys on this. Yeah. Everyone's always respected you.
Yeah.
And you've managed to go fully that way, where majority of the state have all gone this way.
Yeah. I mean, again, I can't say it's down to, I can't take all the credit for it, because like when you think about it, like when I times like now where I have the opportunity to actually talk about my past, because obviously in your normal day to day, you might so more now, obviously, like where like you're more kind of on the scene, obviously tell your story. But on a day to day, if I go to like a client's house or whatever, like I don't tell my story. But it's times like now, and I think to myself, do you know what? It has been an achievement to come from where we've come.
Massive achievement. I tell all of my friends about you.
Yeah, it means a lot.
I'm always speaking highly of you to my friends. Like from what you've come from to where you are now.
Yeah, it means a lot.
And he's still got his hairline. That just means a lot.
The hairline's hanging on. I think that's one of the most things I'm proud of, to be honest with you.
See, like, if you could say anything to the youngsters on the estate now, like the 13 to like 18-year-olds even.
Yeah.
Like to choose a different path. How would you kind of like, how would you educate them?
Do you know what? Yeah. So it's kind of funny actually, but like a few years ago, I actually started a small scheme. Like I didn't have like a lot of money to do it, but I actually, employed like some youngsters to kind of come out and work, and I kind of like cover their cost. And I feel like there's a lot of information these days. There's like lots of like, we're bombarded with stuff. You open your phone, there's this speaker, this podcast, this whatever. So as a young person, it gets confusing. So I thought that the best way to kind of educate someone is to actually show them.
100%. I fully agree.
For me, I didn't know that there was anything outside of SW. Obviously, when I started it, and I'm getting like jobs. So basically, I started doing like mobile detailing, because like back then when I started, there wasn't a lot of people doing it. So basically, I've got a van fit. I fitted it out myself, and I traveled basically from area to area.
So wait, let's stop. So you was doing all the local cars first of all,
cleaning
all their cars,
all the local cars.
So what, did you save up your money and then bought your van?
Yeah. The van. So basically, what happened was that like after like doing like the Saturdays thing, I kind of, it got a bit mad, because, and I think people started complaining because cars couldn't get through, and it was like a music video. Like literally, like
it was.
Yeah, like on a Saturday. So council wasn't happy, that got shut down. So I went off and I did my education. So I went to sixth form, then I went to uni and I did a business degree. So when I finished the business degree, I was like, I really want to, I don't know what I want to do. And I was thinking that car cleaning thing kind of got cut short. So I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm young enough that if...
Hello?
I finished early if you need to use the gym or anything.
Yeah, thank you, brother. You got my man.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I'm young enough that if it flops, I can, I don't know, get a job or something. But then if it carries on, then it carried on. And yeah, so I started basically with the people that I already had. So I got a little transit van. God rest Jimmy Allen. I got it.
Man. Rest up Jimmy Allen, man.
So I bought a P-Reg Transit van with like from an auction in Deptford with like
The blue one.
No, I had a white one first of all. I had a white one, a P-Reg, and the door was rusted.
I was gonna say.
The door was rotten. So I went to Jimmy Allen. Jimmy Allen got me a door. So like outside of my house, me and my dad put the door on. For my birthday, my sister bought me sign writing. So I sign wrote it. And
You done all that yourself?
yeah, got it all sign written. Bought a tank.
Remember the tank?
Bought a massive tank, put it in there, and I thought to myself, do you know what, man? I'm actually gonna just give it a go. I print this on business card and I bought a shirt. I bought a £7 shirt from Primark, and I literally went to Clapham Junction and I just handed out all of these cards. I went to all the estate agents. A lot of rejection. People like, nah, and I was thinking to myself, wow, this is tough, you know. But I think I was young enough to have a bit of I don't careism about me. And then I got a phone call, and one day, and I remember I was so excited. So then I had no sat nav, so I went on like AA route plan. I printed out the directions, and I remember going to Collier's Wood. I'm like, this is mad. Did my first car, and I was like, oh my god, like there's a real customer, a real person, and that's when I began to basically get myself out of the area. Do you understand what I mean? And I began to meet people. Now people would see you on jobs, and kind of back to the youth, like bringing it back to that. If I didn't basically travel out of the area, I didn't really know that there's different types of people, there's different streets. I mean, born and bred Londoner, but there was loads of places that I'd never gone to, you know. So I think for me, it was important that to give the young people the opportunity, not just speak at you. I'm not going to just tell you that, oh, just everyone hears it, go to school, which is good, go to school, get a job, do all of that stuff. Yeah. But I think for us, or for me, it's kind of my duty, I feel, is to actually show you, be open and show you. But my advice to youngsters is that, you know, whatever your passions are, if you want to, if it's sport, rapping, whatever it is, just there's going to be an element of hard work to it. There's no shortcut. That's the long and short of it.
You're gonna keep getting them little voices in your head saying, "Oh, just quit. You can't do it."
100%.
These are the things you got to overcome. You got to keep knocking on these doors.
100%, man. There's been many a times, and like the reason why I made the effort to stop all I was doing today and come down, because I feel like what you're doing is really important. And this is like what you're doing. I think it's kind of close to my heart as well. Like it's what you're doing is you're persevering, you're being consistent, and these are all the things that, in order to make anything in life, that's what you have to do. Do you understand what I mean? Like there's been many a times, and I can be open and honest because I'm a human. A lot of the times, social media's had it that where if I feel like hiding, I can. I just put up pictures of Porsches and Ferraris and like
you
know,
love your cars, Baz. I was on your page just seeing loads of cars. Thinking this is so interesting.
Yeah, do you understand what I mean? But then like you can hide behind it as a person, and sometimes people don't get to know that there's humans behind all of these Instagram pages.
100%.
But behind that, it's still hard work and graft. So you can look like you're doing amazing, but you know it's normal to feel sometimes like I can't do this. It's normal.
You know what's crazy, Barry? A lot of the time, I don't even want to do podcasts and stuff. I'd rather just be in my house.
Yeah.
But I know I have to do these things to get to where I want to get to. You know, and that goes for a lot of the youngsters. There's a lot of things they don't want to do, like the hard work.
Yeah, man.
These are the things you have to do, man, to get to where you need to be.
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of it is. I think we do live in a fast-paced society where everything is like now. Like I want everything like now. Do you understand what I mean? Like before I come in, I saw a video, and it was an interview asking some youngsters, what would you rather, £1 million or 1 million followers? There was 4 of them, and they all said 1 million followers. All of them said 1 million followers, and I'm like, that's like a testament to kind of where our younger generation is now. It's more about how things look rather than things actually are. So I'm not bashing young people. You know, I've got a 17-year-old son. You know, I've got children as well, and all that I try to do is be an example. Do you understand what I mean? You can tell somebody something over and over again, but my best way of advising the youth is being able for them to see me doing it.
Yeah, because it's all good taking advice from people. Like a lot of the older lot used to tell me to do this and that, but if they're not doing it, why am I going to listen to you? You know, even hard. I still respect them and that, but why am I going to listen to you if you're not grafting, like working?
It's hard. Like you're telling me to go and get a job. I don't know, painting skirting boards, and you've pulled up in a 100-grand Merc and the biggest watch I've ever seen, and I'm like, well, you ain't painting. So it's difficult to advise someone when you're not leading by example. So I think my ethos that I live by is that just be the example. You know.
Did you with the car valeting and that? Did you manage to secure any contracts and stuff?
Yeah, man. So like
I want to know about the contracts. And
yeah. So like So over the years, I got to work with. That's when I really saw how the internet works. So like I kind of like put myself on the internet, and I kind of learned that how to be like have a professional front during the summer. I mean, how to answer the phone, how to speak to people, how to get out of that kind of like you ain't talking to your friends now.
You're not on the estate no more.
And as a result, I kind of managed to like get a good few contracts with like some big companies. I think there was one time I think I did something and I mentioned it. So one of the companies was a bit funny, but you know, I've done work for.
You're not allowed to mention the company's names.
That one company, it's quite a big company, but
we keep that one quiet. Then
yeah. But I mean, I've done work for Lexus, I've done work for Range Rover, I've done work for events companies, I've done work for.
You know, I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah, like, this sort of stuff motivates me so much. I'm hoping the people watching this are going to get some motivation for this as well.
Yeah, and like again, like as I'm saying, like I'm not coming to. It's not like a bragging or a stunt anything, because behind it is a lot of constant graft. Like there's a side to business that I do watch a lot of podcasts as well, and like I think there's a lot of motivation I take, but there's a side to business I feel like people don't like talking about. That's the times here where you feel like you can't switch off. I go to bed like running a business is the benefits are good when it pays off, but there's a side to it where it feels lonely sometimes. Well, you have to make certain sacrifices during the summer.
Just because you're stuck on a computer, grafting, working.
Yeah, you have to make different decisions. Like for instance, like you know, there was.
You got to make a lot of sacrifices.
You got to make a lot of sacrifices during the summer. I mean, so like things like if you're having like a bad month, your staff are not gonna care really. They still have to pay their bills. So like, there's been times where I've paid my staff and I've taken nothing during the summer. I mean, because they have to be paid during the summer. I mean, and when you're not feeling like you don't want to like. I don't want to get up today, but you have to, because like your customers are waiting for you. Like people are watching you, and sometimes it's a lonely place where you feel like people don't really care. Like everyone just wants what they want.
Yeah.
So that's a side of business. I feel like a lot of people, obviously, the good bits, you know, you can get to choose your own hours and the money and all of that kind of stuff. But then there's a lonely bit as well. And my advice is to anybody watching as well: if you are doing anything independently, make sure you take care of yourself, because if you're not on point, everything else kind of crumbles. During the summer, I mean, you know, and I've been there. Like after COVID, that was a time where I felt like jacking everything in.
Yeah,
100%. I felt like jacking it all in. Because I had built like the business. We even got to a point where we went abroad to do work. Went to the Caribbean to do work for BMW.
Wicked.
You know.
Yeah.
So to me, that was like a pinnacle point of my career. Now, where my work is now actually taking me out of the country.
That's crazy.
During the summer, I mean,
I didn't even know this.
Yeah. So like, you know, like was like in St. Lucia for 2 weeks doing work. It was mad. Like working in different climates. You know, it was crazy. You know, and
has all of this gave you a better life? Would you say?
Yeah, it has.
Are you comfortable now?
Do you know what? I think comfortable is relative, because you know what? Again, like when I look back here, there was a point in my life where everything I have now. Everything I have now is what I wanted years ago. But then now, like the thing is that where do you stop?
You got to set yourself a new goal.
Do you understand what I mean? So like for me, like it's always moving. But I think like my main aim is just to make sure that my family is okay. Yeah, man. I think it's less about for me like more of the material things, but it's making sure that there's just like a stability for them. That's like my main goal. But yeah, like pre-COVID. It was great. It was flying. I think we came fourth in the Croydon Business Awards. So like we best for customer service. So yeah, we did a lot of good things. And then COVID came and basically just changed. It changed everything. Do you understand what I mean? So I went from being busy managing staff and meeting here, meeting there. Got my first office. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was really busy. To all of a sudden now we're just at home. And I think I identified a lot of my identity in my work. So when I wasn't able to work, I felt lost. I'm like, who am I now? If I'm not going out and grafting, who am I? And it made me feel like down.
Yeah.
It made me feel really, really down. And I was thinking to myself, like, what's it all for? But gradually I've managed to kind of like shake myself off and obviously get back onto the bike, you know, and just carry on going. So yeah, man, it's tough. I'm not going to be any of those people that kind of just say, oh yeah, you know, just, you know, visualize and then all, like, yeah, that's all part of it. But there's an element of graft and taking care of yourself, man.
So So some of the youngsters right now starting up their own business, like car valet, cleaning. What would you say to them?
I would say stick at it.
Yeah.
And what I would say is that, like, don't look at them. Obviously, you can't lose loads of money, but think a little bit mid to long term. Because if you look at certain things now, like, hold on, I'm going out all day or all week and I've only earned £100 and something, you'll jack it in. It's a steady process.
100%.
You have to build your reputation. You've got to build a following, and it's all building. So anyone that's young, that's kind of trying to start something, just carry on going. There's going to be up days and there's going to be down days. Do you understand what I mean? So as much as you plan for the up days, just know that there's going to be some down days as well. But that shouldn't let you jack everything in.
Yeah.
You know. So
do you do like motivational talking, speaking?
Do you know what? I've been to a couple of colleges and schools, and a lot of people have told me to like do it, but I've just I've never actually thought to actually do it, to be honest with you. I'm more than happy to, like today, I'm more than happy to give my time.
Yeah.
But like, I think, again, it's weird. Like, a lot of people say to me, oh, like, you come across like really confident, which I am to a degree, but like, you know, putting yourself out there.
I'd love for you to come to some, like, do some workshops when I start working with the youngsters more. I'd like to get you involved.
I'd 100% like to be involved in that, because as I said as well, like, I think talk is like cheap. It's good, but it's cheap. I think actually like doing something, like giving people actual hope. And for me, if I help even just one single young person, then my work is kind of done. Do you understand what I mean?
Do you remember about 15 years ago?
Yeah.
You was doing a motivational speaking somewhere.
You told me.
We was in a cinema.
Yeah, you told me about it.
In Wandsworth.
Yeah.
And you was on the stage talking, do you remember?
And
I shouted out Barry in front of about 300 people when he was talking.
Yeah. I do remember. But it's just, I mean, to me, it's there's no credit on my behalf. I'm just sharing my story. Do you understand what I mean? I'm just
I appreciate that, man. I'm just hoping some of the youngsters actually watch this, because for me, from growing up on this estate with you and to see where you are now, I'm so proud. Like,
I'm proud of you
to
too.
see you today. I haven't seen you for like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just so happy to see him as well.
Yeah, no, it's been like actually kind of like emotional. As I said, like, I'm normally getting up. I've normally got 101 things to do, and I think it's been nice to actually sit down and like just have a little bit of a chill and a reflection, because I think sometimes you can be so focused on like the next thing, you just don't take no time to kind of be in the moment and think to yourself, do you know what, man? I've done all right for myself. Do you understand what I mean?
You've done wicked, man. Compared to us lot on this day, while you was cleaning cars and that, we're driving past on stolen mopeds doing wheelies and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So for you to stay away from that, but still be one of the boys.
Yeah, I think it was definitely like I don't know how I managed to do it, to be fair. Because don't get me wrong, there was like, I wanted to, like, some of the things you lot was doing, I wanted to be fully involved in this. What I mean?
Hey, didn't Hibbert crash your car
into a pole? Right into a pole.
I remember that Hibbert crashed your car.
Yeah.
You was more upset.
Of course I was, man. That was that was like my baby, man. My B-Reg Golf. Yeah.
Hibbert, man. Why did you do that? I think he was the worst driver out of all the boys, you know.
I think he got excited. That's what it was.
He did.
I think like he saw everybody outside. He got a bit gassed and just went straight into the pole. So yeah, man. That's kind of like a bit. I could kind of talk about my stuff for like days and days, but I think the whole thing is just to kind of like keep it to what we're kind of
today. What I was trying to get out is making the youngsters know in this state that you can go this way as well and really make something of your life.
You can, you know? And I think like,
and still you can still have your friends,
100%,
but you can love them from a distance while you're grafting, doing your work. You know,
100%. And like, I think the youngsters now, they're at I think they're at more of an advantage. And they've got things available to them that we didn't have. Like, you know, I see sort of like, obviously like my son, like he's 17, but he's into computing, like normally needs room like playing games or whatever. And like I see like, you know, things like all of these NFTs and this.
I don't know what an NFT is.
It's like basically they can make money from literally sitting down doing this. What I mean, so there's a lot of resource for like young people as well. So like you lot have little things, man. If I needed information back in the day, I'd have to go to Battersea Park Library, literally. We didn't have the internet like that when we were younger. Do you understand what I mean? So there's basically what I'm trying to say, that there's a lot of information out there, and I feel like, you know, for you young people, just use what you've got, man. Do you understand what I mean? Just use what you've got. You know, a lot of people think like you need like millions of pounds or thousands of pounds to start something.
Yeah.
We've all got a smartphone. You can literally start with what you've got. That's my advice to any young person. You start with what you've got.
100%. Work with what you've got.
Work with what you've got, man. Work with what you don't need. If you're doing fashion, you don't need a factory.
Yeah.
Eventually, if you're selling so many t-shirts or whatever, or caps, or whatever, your business itself will tell you that we need to like move on. Do you understand what I mean? But don't wait until you've got whatever you're waiting for.
You've got to like set yourself like short medium
goals.
and long term goals, man. You know? Saying what's really achievable.
You know, something that's really achievable, and like it's easy to compare these days as well because everyone's putting out their best, which is normal. But like, don't look at the next person what they're doing because you don't know what people have to do behind like closed doors. Do you understand what I mean? You know, you might see somebody and they've got like head to toe in £1,000 worth of clothes, and as a young person, you'd be like, "Oh, how comes I haven't?" He might have been waking up at 2 a.m. delivering papers, delivering milk. Like, you don't know. So just concentrate on your own graft. And I mean, don't compare yourself to anybody because like we're all unique. We've all got our things that we're good at, the things that we're bad at the end of the day. So
I love that.
That's just my advice, man. My inbox, my door's always open for anybody that wants kind of any information about.
Do you know what? I had so many more questions as well. Yeah. What's going on with your DJing?
Do you know what? Yeah,
DJ Barry, you know.
Yeah. Do you know
what's your DJ name?
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds used to be a DJ.
Do you know what? Yeah,
I forgot about that. You know,
it's funny you mentioned it because it got to a point, and then we're talking about business and focus. It got to a point where like I was kind of busy DJing, and I was still doing the cars. I've always done more than one thing.
Wait, didn't you DJ at Little Tyron's birthday party?
Yeah, I
His
did.
13th birthday party.
Yeah.
I've got pictures.
Oh, for real?
My mum's life. I've got pictures.
You got pictures?
Yeah.
I send them through, man.
I'm gonna put them on here.
Yeah.
We got pictures. Oh my god, I've got pictures. I'm looking skinny, long hair. Oh my god.
Yeah. So like, DJing. I kind of got a bit busy with DJing, but then it got to the point where I had to decide. I'm like, do you know what? Are you gonna do like music or cars? And I think everyone's kind of got a passion for kind of music, but I saw music was the more riskier. That was the more riskier like path. Like business, I could see it. I could like, do you know what? A equals B, then we get C. This is music. You can be hot 1 minute. You can be so. I just took music as a passion.
Then if I remember, did you do a DJ set on EastEnders?
I think I did.
Andrew.
No, I think obviously like
you was there. Both of you was on it. Wasn't
it?
Yeah,
this is mad actually. You know, I must be coming across like someone that's so scattered. You know, but like, I did TV work as well. So obviously I did EastEnders. So like I think I did loads of like background TV stuff. So like basically, so I was doing cars, doing music, and doing like TV work as well. I just kind of just wanted to do it like as much as possible. But as I started getting busier in the business sense, like the other stuff had to.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, it was one or the other. But DJing, I've kind of stopped. I'm actually
still got your records.
My records are in my loft, man.
They're still probably worth money, you know.
I can't get rid of them. My records are still upstairs in my loft. Didn't I get a whole lot of records from you?
Some of them, because I wasn't very good at DJing. Or MCing. I was no good at either. But I think we done a garage set at your house.
Yeah.
Nibs. Andrew,
yeah.
I think Kofi might have been there. Probably was in your house.
But yeah, like DJing wise, I actually started like even like doing like so like I started something. There was a bar I wanted to throw that's gone now, but I started doing events. I kind of started to say that a little bit more serious. So I started doing events. It used to be called Indigo, which was just by like
Lavender Hill.
Yeah, just before Lavender Hill. Yeah,
That was the spot. I remember. That's
Bedtime. Yeah. So but again, like I think cars has always had this thing like in me. So like. Music was fun. Music still is fun, but yeah, I've actually got a booking next month, like my first one in years. Yeah,
music.
Yeah,
You're
man.
kidding me.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm kind of back out DJing again. So yeah, man, it's in Clapham. I'll give you the details.
Barry Bond is back.
I'm back.
Wait, is it still Barry Bond when you DJ though?
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what's mad? Yeah, funny story actually. The guy didn't ask me. I was gonna just change it, just short.
No, you got to be Barry Bond, man.
But
like, DJ Bond.
Yeah, but then do you know what was funny? Like he sent me the flyer and it was too late. So I'm like, I kind of wanted to come back with like a new. But yeah, it's too late. So yeah.
Make sure you let me know what bar it is. I'm gonna
Yeah, man. Like pass by, man. So I think it started on the 5th of March. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be down there. Yeah, man. So like. Yeah, I'm kind of back, but like not mainly. But who knows, man? I might get like someone might fly me to Miami and
you just never know.
You never know.
You just never know.
So like, you got to be in it to win it, man. So,
exactly that. Right, Baz, I've got some would you rather questions.
Okay, let's go.
and then we can crack on with a workout, yeah?
Okay, wicked, man.
Do you know, I had so much other things to say to you and that as well, you know?
Do you know what it is? It's hard, man, because this is like 10 years condensed into like a short time.
I've not seen it for 10 minutes, but we've literally just set the camera up and started talking.
Yeah,
but
man.
I'm sure we're going to talk a lot more.
Of course, man. Of course, man. We've got a lot to catch up on, man.
Right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Okay. EastEnders or Hollyoaks?
EastEnders.
Maya Jama.
Yeah.
Or Beyonce?
Maya Jama.
Oh, my missus is going to cuss me for that.
I'm mine.
All right. BMW or Mercedes?
Ooh. Let me just be quick. BMW.
Cool. Would you rather sing in front of 1,000 people?
Yeah.
Or dance in front of 1,000 people?
I'm singing, man.
Can you sing, Bar?
I don't think I can, but I'll try it sing.
Can we hear something or? What the hell was that? Alright, cool. What's the next one? One night in a haunted house.
Yeah.
Or spend a week in a forest.
I've got a tent.
You're gonna have to make your own tent, I think. You're gonna have to do some Bear Grylls stuff.
Boy, I think I'm gonna be in the forest, you know.
We're not doing haunted house.
No. I'm gonna be in the forest. I'll work it out.
You might get a fox or something come and bite you.
No.
Alright, cool. Would you rather have a mohawk haircut?
Yeah.
Or a ponytail?
Mohawk.
For the rest of your life?
Mohawk, man. I'm not having that little bit hanging down.
Alright, cool. What about this one, yeah? Would you rather have bad breath all day?
Yeah.
Or gas?
Ooh.
Imagine you're in a company room as well, at a table like this. Would you rather have bad breath? Yeah, so I
breath kicking.
Mental, yeah.
Or
gas.
Or gas.
Either way, you're gonna stink. You're gonna be letting off a mad Shrek sort of stuff.
Do you know what, man? I think I'm gonna have to do bad because I kind of control the back. I just want to talk like this, innit?
Well, or like,
yeah,
when you talk like that. All right. What's this? Would you? I can't even read my own writing, Baz. That's why I went St. George's.
So did I.
Would you rather listen to an annoying laugh all day, or have someone tickle your feet for an hour?
No, listen to the laugh, man. Please don't tickle me.
You can't be tickled, innit?
No, I can't.
No,
I can't. No,
that's crazy.
No, I can't.
All right, cool. Would you rather get caught wearing your missus' thong?
Yeah.
Or go to gym wearing women's leggings?
Ooh. Do you know what? I think I might have to go to the gym wearing women's leggings, you know? Because it's kind of acceptable, like.
Is it?
I think I can kind of.
No, but they're gonna see like your tackle on show and that, and.
No, it's fine, man.
The tight leggings.
Yeah. I just put a sock in it.
But I didn't say where you're gonna get caught wearing the thong.
Oh, do you know where am I gonna be caught wearing?
I don't know. Where you gonna get caught?
Nah, do you know if I bend over and someone sees that's crazy, man.
Have you worn one before?
I haven't, not yet.
All right. Would you rather be reincarnated?
Yeah.
As a tadpole?
Yeah.
Or a fly? You know, like the poo flies, the bluebell flies.
Poo fly, man.
You're gonna be hovering around shit all day.
Yeah. Do you know? But then obviously I can still I can fly around. I can spy on people. Like there's more scope as a fly.
Oh yeah. There's
more like tadpole. It's in the water.
But you're in a pond. But imagine the life in it's mad.
It's kind of dead in the pond.
So you're gonna be a poo fly.
I'll be a poo fly, man. I just pick really good poos though. I'll pick the best poos. I'll just try and select the best.
Hey, Barry, I appreciate you coming today, man. You ready for a workout?
I'm ready for a workout, man. Do you know what? I haven't worked out. I haven't moved my body in a while, man. So just have like the ambulance on standby, man.
We've got you, man. Let's do this, bro.
Let's go.
Yes, Barry. So this one's called 2020, yeah? Okay. So it's 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So the first exercise is chest press. Yep. So we're going to do 3 rounds of this one, and we're going to move on to the next one, which is bench hops, which you're going to do 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. The next exercise after that is the kettlebell swing. Yep. So you're going to do 20 seconds on of that as well, 20 seconds off. And the last exercise is on the bag, as hard as you can. 20 seconds of punches, 20-second break.
Okay.
You ready to go? I'm watching the clock. We're going to go on the 12. I'll tell you when to go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good reps. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put them down. 20-second break, mate. Ready to catch that? Get the breather in, mate. Yes. How did that first set feel?
Do you know it felt all right, man?
Yeah, you go.
Big
Go.
monkey,
You better get ready to go again.
Okay.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Halfway. Keep going strong, mate. Strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love that. Get your breather in, Baz. Get your breather in, mate. You got one more round to go. Is it burning already?
It's burning, man.
Come on, this is what Gymbarz is about, bro. Get ready to pick them up again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last set on this one. Let's go. Let's get it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love that. Yes, brother. You got 20 seconds to get your breather. And we're moving on to the next exercise, which is going to be the bench hops. This one is a real burner for them legs. You can't neglect the legs. We've got to get the legs in.
Gotta get the legs in, man.
Got
Are you ready?
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is so good for your calves as well, you know. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 20-second breather, mate. Have a little walk around if you have to. We're gonna go again on that 9. I know you can see it over there. I'm watching. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, brother. He's actually putting in the effort as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got one more set of this. How are you feeling?
I can't even talk.
Love that. Love that. Right, we're gonna go again on the 4, Baz. This is last set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I know you got them jelly legs now.
Yo.
10 seconds left. Oh, I'm loving this. 5, 4. Get one more in. 3, 2, 1. Love that. Catch a breather. In through your nose. This one is the kettlebell swing, Baz. We're going to go on at 12. How are you feeling? Do you wish you stayed at home?
Stayed at home.
Love that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You're 4 minutes, nearly 5 minutes into the circuit. Good reps, mate. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You better catch that breather, mate. We're gonna go again on the 8. How are you feeling now? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you call that, mate? You're 5 minutes into this circuit.
I feel good.
Yeah? You've got 5 seconds left to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, brother. They're good reps. Really good reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is like an all over body workout, Barry. Can you feel it all over?
My legs.
Your legs?
My arms.
Yeah?
My cardio level.
Love that. You got one more set on this, didn't you?
Yep.
And we're gonna go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set, mate. And then you've got to spar with me in the ring after. Straight after this, we have a...
Let's do it.
Love that. Last 10 seconds. Keep pushing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wicked. Right, let's have a little slow walk over to the punch bag now, Barry. This is your last exercise. You're 6.5 minutes in, and this is your last exercise, mate. And we're going to go again on that one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, I want to see some effort on this one. Strong, mate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing so well. You're doing so well. You've got 2 more sets left.
This is a killer.
This is good. This is what you need.
Definitely what I needed, man.
Wake up that body of yours, Baz.
Yeah, it's been asleep.
It's been asleep, and we're gonna go again in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This is for all the people in primary school. What as they used to call you, Barry?
African bull.
African bull scratcher. Come on, this is for all of them bullies and that, man. Even though you beat half of them up anyway. Let's keep getting it. Loving the work. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, bro, you got 1 more set to go on this, mate.
Yo.
How's your arms feeling, like jelly?
Proper jelly.
Whew. Love that, love that.
Whew.
And we're gonna go again in 5, 4. Last set, I want all out now. 2, 1. I want all out for 20 seconds now, Barry. Don't let him talk to you like that. Let's go. I want 10 hard punches from now. Hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's you.
Woo.
Barry, now it's your turn to nominate.
I nominate Foster, Nightman, Ellis. Can't even talk Bigaloo, Gymbarz. Woo.
Hey, I appreciate you coming today, Barry, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
What's your last words?
Get in the gym with this guy, man. You won't regret it.
Love, Barry.
Wicked, man.
Appreciate it. That's Big Blue Gym Bars. We're out.